No, I haven't spoken to him since the victory. I couldn't be more proud. I tell you, traveled a lot for the campaign, and I was in Ohio, North Carolina, Iowa, Wisconsin, so many different states, Florida, and met so many amazing, engaged Americans who, what makes this country the greatest country in the world is it's a participatory democracy, but that only works when we participate. And the turnout was so high, and I'm just so proud of everybody who voted, because that's what makes America great, and so proud of the re-election efforts, and we got the right man for the job.
When you do speak to him, what do you think is the first thing you're going to say?
At the end of the day, I'm going to tell him how proud I am of him and the work he's done over the past 4 years, and then the ability and the opportunity to set a legacy for the next 4 years. It takes 8 years, I think, as a president to really have that legacy, and I think the opportunity's there, and I think he's going to come through.
How do you think the president has changed the past 4 years?
I'll tell you, the president is the exact same person today that I knew 20 years ago at Harvard. He is someone who's committed about making this country better. He was committed then, he's committed now. He's somebody who gets up every morning and works hard to make our country better, just like so many Americans. And that's what makes it so great, that we have somebody at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue who's a father just like fathers across this country, who's a husband just like husbands across this country, and who's a hard worker just like so many Americans across the country. And so we really have a representative of the people, because he is of the people there in the White House.
Are you going to the inauguration in January?
I will be at the inauguration in January.
How do you think Barack Michelle will handle having 2 teenagers in the White House?
Well, I'm so impressed by our president and our first lady in terms of them being amazing parents and trying to maintain some sense of normalcy for their children. They do a phenomenal job at that, and I can't wait to see the type of young women those young women become. I mean, they're just very impressive, very intelligent, very nice young women, and they're just a great family.
I understand you work with the administration. Will you continue that, and what will your role be this next 4 years?
Well, the president did appoint me to the president's cancer panel. I took Lance Armstrong's seat on that panel, so I'm very proud to be serving in that role, talking about HPV vaccines as well as the work that the cancer panel does. So I'll continue to serve in that capacity and look forward to whatever he or anyone with his administration asks me to do. I'm there to serve. President Obama, our First Lady Michelle, they represent a legacy of greatness, and so I'm just fortunate I get inspired by meeting people who are doing great things.